In today's video, I'm reviewing a 2010 Mercedes C300, which is part of the Mercedes C-Class lineup of vehicles. They were first introduced to the US market in 1994 as a replacement for the 190, and they're now on their fourth generation. This 2010 model is part of the third generation that ran from 2007 to 2014. I've always been a huge fan of the exterior styling on the C-Class, going back to that first generation model. It was actually one of my favorite cars growing up as a kid, but looking back on it now, it's got a very boxy look to it and it hasn't really aged all that gracefully. In comparison, this third generation model has some really nice styling cues. It's much more aggressive, much more sporty looking, and overall it's a much more attractive vehicle. Now the C-Class is offered in a few different configurations. They've got the C300, the C350, and the C63 AMG. Basically the differences between those three models is with the powertrain. So the C300 being the base model, that C63 being at the top of the stack with a 6.2 liter V8. They also differentiate the C300 model and the C350 in either a sport package or a luxury package. This model has the sport package. With that, you've got a revised grille. It's got the Mercedes emblem inset here, very aggressive, very large, and then it's got the little emblem up here on the top. In comparison, the luxury model has just got strips along the front here, and then it's got the more classic Mercedes emblem sticking up out of the hood. So it gives it more of that classic Mercedes look. With the sport model, we've also got a more aggressive front bumper here. It's got the dual fog lights with the chrome wraparounds. And then coming around to the side, it's got this side skirt, again, giving the vehicle a more aggressive look. It's got this cool little twist in it here in the middle. It's got a larger set of wheels and tires. And then it's also got a stiffer suspension that lowers the vehicle 0.6 inches. Inside the vehicle, we've got stainless steel accents as opposed to the wood accents that you get on that luxury model. But overall, comes together as a really nice package. Personally, I like the look that you get with the sport model when compared with that luxury model, and I think that's intentional. I think Mercedes in general appeals to an older demographic, and so with the luxury model, they're kind of capturing that demographic, and then with the sport model, they're trying to appeal to people that want a vehicle that has more of the sporty, aggressive look that you get with Audi and BMW. All together though, comes together really nicely in this vehicle. It's got a really good look to it. Some really nice clean lines. One of my favorite accents on this third generation is this crease that starts in the upper fender and cuts all the way through the back of the vehicle and ties in really nicely with this rear end. I also think that that crease looks really good with the lower trim piece that we get along the bottom. Got some nice chrome accents, little strip here going to the back, chrome wraparound to the windows, cool little side blinker in the mirror here. Door handles have a really sleek look to them too. So just those little details that give the vehicle a very unique appearance. Also has a really nice looking rear end here. Really like the look of these tail lights. And then of course dual exhaust is a must-have with chrome tips. A few other little chrome accents here and with the lettering, the Mercedes logo. And then this model's got the 4MATIC all-wheel drive system. So the C-Class is rear-wheel drive oriented. And then they've got the option of that 4MATIC all-wheel drive system, making it a great car for inclement weather. But altogether, comes together very nicely, has a very sporty, aggressive look to it, and personally I think that this third generation model is a really nice progression over what we see in the first and second generation. Not surprisingly, the C-Class has a very premium interior. It's got a really nice, clean overall layout, something that's really typical for a German vehicle. It's got high quality materials, nice accent colors, and it's very comfortable and has a very premium feel. It's also got a good amount of luxury and tech features, but I do feel like it falls a little bit short of Audi and BMW in this capacity. Now this is the C300 model, which is the base model of the Mercedes, so I imagine a few of these features are offered on some of their other models, but I feel like a base model BMW or Audi would have a few of these features that are missing. For example, we've got a manual dimming rear view mirror. If we open up this compartment here, we've got a very small LCD screen. The screens that you're going to get from BMW and Audi are quite a bit larger, and then surprisingly, this doesn't even dual as a backup camera, so very surprising in that sense. But beyond that, some of the features that we do have, we've got power windows, power door locks, power mirrors. Vehicle's got a really great premium audio system with great sound characteristics. On the left-hand side of the steering wheel here, we've got controls to control the instrument cluster, a number of vehicle settings. Right-hand side, we can control the audio system, Bluetooth system in the vehicle. In the center dash here, this LCD screen interfaces with these buttons we've got in the middle, as well as this rotary knob and these two buttons that are on the outside. Controls your audio system. So we've got AM, FM radio, CD player, and you can also connect your phone or other MP3 device. And then you can also connect your phone, import all your contacts, and make calls through the vehicle audio system. Again, these controls interface with these controls. So for example, on the LCD screen right now, we've got FM radio. You can use this rotary knob to dial between stations, or you can use these two buttons that are sitting here in the middle. So it's kind of a dual function system in that sense. Below those controls, we've got heated seats for driver and front passenger. And below that, we've got climate control settings, air conditioning and heating, and it's a dual zone system for the driver and front passenger. In the middle here, again, we've got the automatic transmission on this model, 2 cup holders, and then here in the middle, we've got a little center console with a little bit of storage space. Again, we've got the manual dimming rear view mirror, and then up above, we've got controls for the sunroof. It's a tilt and sliding function system, and then we've also got controls for the vehicle lighting. The rear seat of the C-Class is a little bit tight. It's actually got less legroom than a Honda Civic, but that shorter wheelbase also makes it a little bit more fun to drive. You'll see the center console's got vents for bringing air and heat into the rear of the vehicle. And then this middle seat folds down as an armrest. It's got a storage compartment here, and if we pop this, we've got 2 cup holders. We've also got a little bit of storage space integrated into the door. Although that rear seat in the C-Class is a little bit on the tight side, you'll see that looking into the trunk of the C-Class, storage space back here is pretty good. It's going to have more than adequate space for a short weekend trip with 4 people. In addition to being offered in rear-wheel drive or all-wheel drive, the C-Class is available with an automatic or manual transmission. This C300 model has a 3-liter 6-cylinder with 228 horsepower. The C350 is offered with a 3.5-liter 6-cylinder that has 268 horsepower. And then the C63 has a 6.2-liter 8-cylinder with 451 horsepower. The C300 and 350 see an EPA rating of about 18 miles per gallon in the city and 25 on the highway. The C63 has an EPA rating of 12 miles per gallon in the city and 19 miles per gallon on the highway. So we'll go ahead and do a quick acceleration test here. It's got a great exhaust note, very smooth transmission, and definitely plenty of power to get up to highway speed, even those base model C300. So you're definitely getting enough power with that 3-liter V6, but if you really want an exciting drive, the 350 or the C63, is going to add that little extra bit of oomph. It's also worth noting that that 4MATIC all-wheel drive system is a really nice available feature on the C-Class. Gives you that capability to get around in inclement weather, whether that's rainy roads, snow and ice. Really improves that performance in those conditions, making it a very capable vehicle. And then it really helps to improve the performance even on dry pavement when you're on a really windy road. Now, comparing the C-Class to the Audi A4 and the BMW 3 Series, it really does hold its own. It's a very nice overall vehicle. It's quiet, it's smooth, it's comfortable, it's luxurious, offers really great performance. It's a lot of fun to drive. But within that trio of vehicles, I feel like Audis always offer the nicest interiors and BMW always offers the best performance. And I'd say that that's still the case with the C-Class. It isn't quite as nice inside as what you get with the Audi, and it's not quite as fun to drive as the BMW. So something to kind of weigh in, but it's still got an overall really solid package. It really is luxurious, it's got great performance. It really is a nice vehicle. It's just hard when you compare it to Audi and BMW. Now, a couple things that do separate the Mercedes from those 2 other models. For starters, it's a little bit less common. So if you want a vehicle that kind of stands out a little bit more than the A4 or the 3 Series, the C-Class does that because it doesn't sell in the same high sales volumes. And then the other thing is that you can't get away from that Mercedes emblem on the front. It may not be as nice as the Audi and BMW, but to the ordinary everyday person, there's something about that Mercedes emblem that gives the vehicle just a little bit more upscale premium look. And so if you're looking to have that image, you want a vehicle that stands out as being very premium, very luxurious, I feel like you're going to get that a little bit more with Mercedes than you might get with BMW and Audi. So that's a review of the Mercedes C300. Overall, a really nice package. It's attractive, it's got a really nice interior, it's a lot of fun to drive. Maybe not as nice as the Audi A4 or the BMW 3 Series, but still a really solid vehicle overall. If you have any comments or questions, leave them in the section below. For for more car reviews, be sure to subscribe. In the meantime, thanks for watching.